Good evening. This is the ATV WJTS News. I'm Charlotte Olson. In two separate ATV accidents that occurred in the late afternoon and early evening hours on Tuesday, a Pike County teenager lost his life, and in Spencer County, a man had to be airlifted from the scene of the crash. Just before 3 p.m. on Tuesday evening, multiple 911 calls were received in regards to an ATV accident that involved a 14-year-old boy. The Indiana DNR reports that the 14-year-old was Caleb Payline of Winslow and was traveling on County Road 800 East, about 1 mile north of County Road 175 South intersection. He then lost control of his ATV and hit a small ditch. Payline's ATV went airborne, hit a tree, and landed upside down. Indiana conservation officers reported that Payline had just passed another ATV reported by 15-year-old Colton Wade of Winslow when he lost control of his own ATV. Wade was a witness to the accident but was not involved or injured. Payline was taken from the scene by ambulance to Memorial Hospital in Jasper. The 14-year-old boy died as a result of injuries from this accident. Payline was not wearing a helmet at the time of the accident. Indiana DNR officers are investigating a crash that occurred around 6 p.m. last night after responding to a 911 call that reported a man had been ejected from his ATV. 56-year-old Mark Horn of Chrisney was operating an ATV on County Road 200 East, just south of the State Road 70 intersection. Then the ATV left the roadway for an unknown reason and caused him to be ejected. The ATV came back onto the roadway and rolled onto its side. Residents near the accident called 911 and performed CPR until EMS arrived. Horn had to be life-flighted after the crash and was last reported to have been in serious but stable condition. At the time of the accident, Horn was not wearing a helmet, and alcohol is believed to have been a contributing factor. The accident remains under investigation. Sentencing for a former Evanston man was issued after he was convicted earlier this month for possession of child pornography by a Spencer County jury. Tuesday, Spencer Circuit Court Judge John Dart sentenced 52-year-old Todd Neal Thompson for one count of possession of child pornography, which is a level 6 felon. Thompson was found guilty on March the 6th and received the maximum sentence of 3.5 years, with 1 year to be served in the Spencer County Law Enforcement Center and the remaining time to be served on supervised probation. He was acquitted on several other related counts involving possession of some of the same images on different dates. Spencer County Sheriff's Department, in cooperation with the Spencer County Department of Child Services, executed a search warrant for Thompson's home on September of 2014. They searched his home for computers and various electronic storage devices. They seized evidence containing 44 explicit images depicting children. Thompson was later arrested, and a Spencer County jury heard testimonies over the day-and-a-half trial, which concluded on March the 1st and resulted in a conviction. Thompson was ordered back into custody pending sentencing and will be required to register as a sex offender. In a released statement from the Spencer County prosecuting attorney Dan Wilkinson, he says that while pleased with the sentence handed down by the court, he's disappointed that Thompson is not eligible to be sent to prison following the recent criminal code reforms. A 3-week-long death investigation in Perry County has officially come to a close this week with the arrest of a Tell City man on murder charges. March the 4th, Indiana State Police received a request for assistance from the Perry County Sheriff's Department involving the death of 62-year-old David Weedman of St. Croix. Initially, it was reported that Weedman may have died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. However, law enforcement fully felt that the death was more suspicious. An autopsy was conducted and revealed that the fatality was not consistent with a self-inflicted wound, leading state police to continue with their murder investigation. Over the course of the next 2 weeks, the investigation led detectives to 45-year-old Randall Coulter of Tell City. Investigators learned that Weedman and Coulter had been involved in a physical altercation on March the 1st in Weedman's home, which police say was the last time that Weedman was seen alive. An arrest warrant was issued, and he was arrested on Tuesday and booked into the Perry County Security Center on a charge of murder. Indiana State Police detectives were assisted throughout this case by the Perry County Sheriff's Department and the Tell City Police Department. After a year of discussion and a year of planning, St. Ferdinand and St. Henry parishes located in the south and southwest portions of DuBois County have officially consolidated to form the new Christ the King parish. Father Jack Dirkles has been the pastor at St. Ferdinand for the last 8 years, and he now oversees both congregations. And he says that with the new change, it has given the combined parishes the opportunity to share their successes with each other and to also help build the community.
It's an exciting time for our parish. We're coming together as one, and I think it's going to be a wonderful thing for both parishes because there's talent and wonderful things going on at both places. And as we merge and come together as one, we really are concentrating on celebrating the best from both as we come together. So that's exciting. And we have currently our commissions, our finance commission, and our buildings and grounds. They're the hands and the feet. They do all the maintenance for the different sites, and we've just merged those committees, and we have co-chairs from each site that lead that committee, and so the needs of both places are sure to be met through those committees. And
Father Damien Smelt served as a pastor at St. Henry before having to step down 2 years ago due to health issues. Bishop Charles Thompson of the Evansville Diocese assigned Father Dirkles to oversee both parishes. St. Ferdinand and St. Henry will continue to be used for weddings, funerals, and also weekend liturgies. Father Dirkles expressed that the church has seen this as an opportunity to grow spiritually, and to mark the occasion of the merger, the parish has held a celebratory dinner.
It's an exciting time. We have a lot going on at this parish, and there's just wonderful parishioners from both parishes, and it's really been a pleasure, this process. The parishioners have made it very easy, and I think by and large our parishes, I should say both communities, our parish of Christ the King now is very excited about this new beginning. We're really excited, and just to be able to come together as one and celebrate the best of both. So that's what we've been doing, and we look forward to continue to do as we come together as one Christ the King parish.
With the combination of St. Ferdinand and St. Henry to create the new Christ the King parish, services will still be held at both locations. St. Henry hosts Mass on Sunday mornings at 7:30 a.m. and services at Ferdinand are Saturday evenings at 5 p.m. and Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Christ the King is the third consolidation of Catholic parishes to take place in DuBois County over the last several years. Others include St. Raphael's Church of DuBois and St. Celestine, who combined to form St. Isidore Parish, along with Sacred Heart of Jesus in Snellville and St. Anthony Catholic churches, who joined congregations and became a new parish known as Divine Mercy. And make sure you keep it right here, so up next we'll take a look at your weather summary.